Hey guys, I have my Android emulator up here and I noticed two problems and then one of you guys noticed a third that we're going to be fixing in this video. The first one is there's a little black bar at the top here that's a little bit different color than right here that we're using for our numbers, so you can just barely slightly see it. And I want to get rid of that. And I'm thinking, my first thought was this view container, that's wrapping the whole application. It must be this. It must be black and it must be showing up here for some reason. So there must be like a tiny bit of space. So I was just going to set the color of the container. So copy the background color we're using for here, put it on the container. Now select that. Pay attention to this guy right here. Notice how it's white right now? When we save this and it refreshes, we now have a little black bar appearing here. So the background is like seeping through right here for some reason, but not here, here, or here. But notice how that fixed it here. So to get rid of both of those problems, this guy and that guy, I tried putting it at our top and that seemed to work and get rid of it and not affect it down here. So top, if you remember, is just our top portion right there that holds all our texts. So this block. I don't know why it was seeping through right here, but that fixed it. The next thing I want to look at is division, where like long numbers appear. So 94 divided by 3. Notice how we drop to the next line, and this kind of gets squished. So what I want to do is make it so this can only be one line, and if it gets too big, show an ellipse or something. And this is actually really easy with React Native. They have something called number of lines on text field, and when I set that, if I do 94, enter 3, you notice it does an ellipse. But look at it mash up against the side. Oddly enough, I don't know, you would have thought this would never happen because this is the whole point of doing the ellipse and the number of lines, so it displays nicely in one line. But what we need to do also is add this to here and here. So let's do that real quick, and then I'll show you. I found a little hack to fix it. So I was annoyed that it was mashing against the side and I didn't want that. So what you can do is add a little bit of space. And I found out that 2 spaces is the ideal amount. So we're just going to put it here and here. So now when I do 94 divided by 3, it doesn't smash up against the side. Enter. Looks good on all 3, and then we just show an ellipse at the end, because really you don't need to see the full decimal usually, especially if it's really long, and we're showing a lot of places here. So yeah, this is a little hacky, adding a little space here, but it goes ahead and fixes the spacing issue and looks nice now. Alright, so that's 2 of our problems fixed. The third one is this guy. So the orientation, if we swap it to landscape, you'll notice the buttons get all small and it doesn't look great at all. So there's 2 options that we can do here. The first is basically styling it differently when the layout changes like this, or saying you can only use it in portrait mode like this. And what I think I'm going to do is just make it portrait only, because I looked into how you detect what you have to end up doing if you want to style it for landscape is detect when the orientation changes, re-render, and change all the styles. And I think it'll be easier just to set this thing to portrait. As you guys will see, it's one little thing we change in app.json. We just say orientation, and we just say we only want a portrait. Now I don't know if app.json gets read when we're doing emulators, but when I push it to the side like that, it shouldn't swap like this. So I think when I build this and publish it, it should listen. I don't think app.json is read for just this, or maybe it didn't refresh this time. But setting it here should tell your application, hey, and maybe I just need to rebuild it or something for it to see the effect here. But we're telling it, hey, you can't go into portrait mode anymore. Whenever you swap to landscape, nothing happens. You stay in portrait the whole time. So that's it for this video, guys. Just cleaning up some issues with the app, and if there's any more issues I notice or you guys notice along the way, we will fix those as they come up. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching.